It's no surprise that Chair and Epic have followed up last year's Infinity Blade with a straight sequel. After all, this is AAA smartphone gaming, a mammoth project that stands head and shoulders above everything else in the App Store in terms of polish. And whilst Infinity Blade 2 isn't as revolutionary as its forebear, it's fitting that this second bloodline has added some tweaks to the original's genetic makeup that move the series forward. The game continues where its predecessor left off, with a tale of vengeance and slaughter in a stylized medieval fantasy world. The task at hand is a familiar one: traverse the rooms of a tower, killing everything in your path, using the money that you find to buy more powerful weapons and equipment. Eventually you'll come across a boss character who's far too strong for you, and after a meager attempt at defeating them, you'll be killed. Thanks to a quirk of the narrative, you'll come back to the castle with the same gear you were wearing when you died. You'll battle through to the same point, gaining experience and becoming tougher as you do, so that this time you won't be such a pushover. There's a stronger emphasis on story here, and more than a single chief antagonist, but the bare bones of the game remain the same. You explore the castle, tapping on blue circles on the screen to move around, until you're confronted by something that wants to kill you. Foes range from brutish club-wielding ogres to armor-plated knights and lithe, dual-weapon-wielding acrobats. The Unreal Engine that powers the game renders these enemies in disgusting detail and makes combat a real spectacle. Fights are controlled with a fluid range of swipes and taps and are all about timing and pattern recognition. You can dodge oncoming blows, block them with your shield, or parry them with your sword. Once you've broken your enemy's advance, you're free to let rip with a series of scything blows, all controlled by finger swipes. The original's magic system remains intact, requiring you to draw symbols on screen to unleash your powers. You have 3 types of weapons at your disposal: heavy, dual, and the sword and shield combo from the first game. Each of these has its own distinct playstyle. Heavy weapons are slow but pack a punch, whereas dual weapons are all about speedy attacks and massive combos. Chair has added a new sense of scale to proceedings, with a bigger castle to explore and a storyline that tries to add some heart to your constant butchery. At times it works, but in a strange way, the new additions pale against the epic generational sweep of the smaller first game. Where Infinity Blade 2 trumps the original is with its combat flavours. Mastering the 3 distinct crafts is a real joy and keeps the game's inherent repetitive nature at bay for far longer. Battles feel more nuanced and intuitive, and victories all the more satisfying. Throw in crystals that augment your equipment, a wider range of enemies, and a graphical flair that is still impressive, and you're left with an incremental update that undeniably raises the bar, but by less than you might have hoped.